Want to know how to write the winning Eurovision song? In this video I take you through the tips and tricks you need to aid you in your quest to get your song to be the winner. Before I begin though, if you want to make your music masterpiece, then tap subscribe below and ring that bell so you don't miss a beat. Comment below also to tell me your thoughts on the Eurovision Song Contest. Try to be original, it's all political and whatnot. I want music comments. I want to hear all about your experiences in listening to or writing songs for the competition. Okay, for those of you who don't know, the Eurovision Song Contest started in 1956 as a way to unite Europe following the destruction of World War II. The BBC have taken public submissions in the past 3 years for the competition, after previously it chose artists and songs themselves before then. The deadline for submissions for songs is usually around November-December, and tracks are chosen in January by an independent panel. A live show called Eurovision You Decide is broadcast in early February in the UK, which will allow the voting public to choose a band and song that best fits. So basically, what to avoid when writing for Eurovision? Well, according to a recent article in by the Musicians Union, there are some things to avoid when writing a song for Eurovision. First up is the tempo, or the speed of the music. Since 2010, for 5 years, the song that came in last place had the tempo of 127 or 128 beats per minute. Between 2015 and 2017, songs at 85 beats per minute came last, so avoid that generally too. Okay, what key should you write in? Well, minor keys and moody songs are more likely to win. Since 2000, 12 of the 16 winning entries have been in a minor key. The most recent winners have all been in D minor, much like Conchita Wurst's Arise Like a Phoenix. Perhaps this could be a sign of a changing or more musical ear. Okay, next up is lyrics. Like I mentioned, it seems that darker, more brooding themes to your lyrics boost your chances too. Winners are more likely to talk about nights, storms, thunder, rain and fire. More recently, stronger themes matching awareness campaigns like Me Too have emerged, like Toy by Israel, which was 2018's entry and subsequent winner. Flying has been a popular theme lyrically too. You'll talk about your mind, your eyes or any other organ. However, songs about your heart have fared less well, and this is a more cliched pop song theme. Songwriters. If you want to work with a songwriter, or if you want to work on your own, just be aware that the average number of composers in a winning entry since 2000 is 2. And if you're a solo composer, it's worth roping someone else to bounce ideas off, especially lyrically. If you really want to give yourself the best chance of making the grand final, then why not encourage a Swedish person to assist you in writing the song? Scandinavian songwriters have on the whole provided more winners for Eurovision. Next up, who should perform? The performer is super important in Eurovision, and it also is just as important as the song. In the last 18 years, most of the winners have been soloists. In fact, 13 out of 17 performers, with of course the exception of Lordi, and 3 duos have all performed on their own. Worth pointing out that the language of the winning song generally is in English, but not always, because Portugal managed a fabulous win in 2017 with a song that wasn't sung in English. Of course, we all know in Eurovision it's synonymous with key changes or modulations. Once thought of the Eurovision songwriting staple, Europe appears to be moving away from the classic key change. The winner, last with a key change, was Serbia in 2007, and that used 2 key changes. Structure. You have to have something really catchy immediately at the beginning with a catchy chorus that you could sing along to. In 3 minutes, you've got to give the audience an amazing music experience. Repeating words seems to be a good use of hook. The use of instrumental solos, flourishes are advised but not essential. You'll notice more and more people in Eurovision do use instrumental moments, a bit like Andre Rybak when they did Fairy Tale. He used the violin and he soloed with that. It's become his defining feature. To recap then, if you're going to write a song for Eurovision, then definitely a D minor song in just under 3 minutes. That's any BPM apart from 128 and is about moody, brooding themes sung in English, written by someone from Scandinavia, should stand you in good stead. If you want to check out my attempt for Eurovision this year, I'll link a card up in the top right hand side of the screen, and also I'll drop a link in the description below. And if you want to watch some other playlists of mine, I write about how to write music using GarageBand for iPad, as well as examples of my own film music, then do check those out as well. As ever, I've been Euan Smith, and if you want to make your music masterpiece, then please consider subscribing and dinging the bell so that you don't miss a beat, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.